Ever wondered what it's like to build an empire from your dorm room, to connect billions of people, but also face the immense pressure and controversy that comes with it? Today, we're diving deep into the life of a man who did just that, Mark Zuckerberg, the coder who connected and in many ways divided the world. Born in 1984 in White Plains, New York, Mark was a prodigy from the get-go. His dad, a dentist, taught him Atari basic programming in the 1990s. While most kids were just playing video games, Mark was already creating them. He even built a software program for his dad's dental office called ZuckNet, which was basically a primitive version of AOL Instant Messenger for the family and the office. It was clear, even then, that he was obsessed with the idea of connecting people through technology. This passion followed him to the prestigious Phillips Exeter Academy and then to Harvard University in 2002. At Harvard, he was known as the campus programming guru. He built a program called CourseMatch, which helped students choose their classes based on the choices of others. Then came FaceMatch. Now, this one was a bit more controversial. It was a hot or not style website using photos of his fellow Harvard students, which he'd scraped from the university's online Facebooks. The site was wildly popular, but got shut down by the administration pretty quickly. It was a messy start, but it proved one thing. People were fascinated by a platform that centered on their own social lives. This idea laid the groundwork for what was to come. In February 2004, from his Kirkland House dorm room, Zuckerberg launched Facebook. Initially, it was just for Harvard students. You needed a Harvard EDU email to sign up, but the concept was explosive. Within the first month, over half of Harvard's undergraduate population had a profile. It was simple, it was exclusive, and it was addictive. Seeing the potential, Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard after his sophomore year to move to Palo Alto, California, and work on Facebook full-time. He, along with CEO founders like Dustin Moskovitz and Eduardo Saverin, secured their first major investment from PayPal CEO founder Peter Thiel. This was the rocket fuel they needed. They dropped the from the name, becoming simply Facebook, and began expanding to other Ivy League schools, then other universities, and eventually to anyone over the age of 13 with an email address. The growth was unlike anything the world had ever seen. By 2007, Facebook had 50 million users. By 2012, when the company went public in one of the biggest tech IPOs in history, it had hit 1 billion users. Mark Zuckerberg, who had started this as a college project, was now the CEO of a global phenomenon and a multi-billionaire almost overnight. The core mission was always to make the world more open and connected, and in many ways, it succeeded. People reconnected with old friends, shared life milestones, and built communities around shared interests. But with great power comes great responsibility. And this is where the story gets complicated. As Facebook grew, so did the challenges. The platform became a battleground for issues of privacy, misinformation, and its impact on mental health. Remember the Cambridge Analytica scandal? It was a massive wake-up call, revealing that the data of tens of millions of users had been harvested without their consent for political advertising. Zuckerberg was called to testify before Congress, his image shifting from the boy genius in a hoodie to the powerful, and some would say, unaccountable leader of a tech giant. Hey, we're deep in the story now. And if you're finding this journey into the mind of a modern titan interesting, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. It helps the channel immensely and ensures you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks a bunch. Now, back to it. The criticism didn't stop there. Facebook was accused of creating filter bubbles, where people only see content that confirms their existing beliefs, and of not doing enough to stop the spread of fake news and hate speech. The very tool designed to connect us was now being blamed for driving us further apart, fueling polarization and social unrest across the globe. Through it all, Zuckerberg maintained an almost singular control over his empire. Thanks to a special class of shares, he holds the majority of voting rights in the company, meaning his vision is the final word, regardless of what the board or other shareholders think. This level of control is rare for a public company of its size and has been a major point of contention. In 2021, facing mounting pressure and a sense that the Facebook brand was tied to too much controversy, Zuckerberg made a pivotal move. He rebranded the parent company to Meta. This wasn't just a name change. It was a declaration of a new mission, to build the Metaverse. He envisions a future of immersive digital worlds, where we work, play, and socialize through virtual and augmented reality. He's betting the entire future of his company on it, pouring tens of billions of dollars into this futuristic vision. As of today, Mark Zuckerberg's net worth fluctuates with the stock market, but it consistently places him among the wealthiest people on the planet. He and his wife, Priscilla Chan, have also become major philanthropists through the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative, pledging to give away 99% of their shares over their lifetimes to advance human potential and promote equality. So, how do we view Mark Zuckerberg? Is he a visionary genius who genuinely wanted to connect humanity? Or is he a ruthless operator who prioritized growth at any cost, unleashing forces he couldn't or wouldn't control? The truth, as it often is probably somewhere in the middle. He built a tool that fundamentally changed how we interact with each other. It has enabled social movements and helped families stay in touch across continents. But it has also created new anxieties, challenged our notions of privacy, and become a platform for manipulation. The story of Mark Zuckerberg is the story of the modern internet itself. It's a tale of incredible ambition, unforeseen consequences, and the constant tension between connection and control. His journey from a Harvard dorm room to the helm of a global tech empire is a powerful and cautionary lesson in what happens when you set out to change the world. What he builds next with the Metaverse could redefine our reality all over again. The coder who connected the world isn't finished yet, and we'll all be living in the world he's building, for better or for worse. Thanks so much for watching. What are your thoughts on Zuckerberg and the legacy of Facebook? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. See you in the next one.